Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande Roth. We're looking at about 28 or so for the high. You get sun, then you get clouds, then you get maybe some flakes, a light coating. Doesn't look like much, if anything, later. Just want to make you aware of it after dinner time with the low temperature, and maybe you get a coating. Just be careful. But otherwise, nothing like that was expected. About a week ago, they said we could get a foot of snow. The track has completely changed. So shouldn't be too bad. And then tomorrow, we're up sunny, about 33 or so for the high for your Friday, which, by the way, tomorrow is that on sale Tyler Hubbard and Parmalee hit after hit after hit. Tyler Hubbard, literally, I like to call him the voice of a generation, because he was the voice of the 2010s in country music. Florida Georgia Line absolutely dominated the decade, and the dozens and dozens of hits and the number ones. Parmalee has put out about 12 to 15 monster songs, and we play all of them. They're on a string of 4 number ones in a row right now, just on fire. And Brandon Wisham, new artist, can't wait to meet him, actually. DJ Deuce spinning all day, mid-August, Saturday, August 16th. Couldn't ask for a better time. On sale tomorrow, 10 a.m., Ticketmaster.com. Let's get it, and let's get to it. Before we get to a couple interesting stories, a couple of reviews for you. Watched a few things recently. Don't know if I told you about this one, but if you want a light-hearted, fun film that you could watch on the treadmill, or, if you're just goofing off, sitting on the couch, taking a day off that maybe you shouldn't, you're cordially invited. That is on Prime, Amazon. Will Ferrell and Reese Witherspoon, they have a double-booked wedding at the same venue, and craziness ensues. It's funny. It's cute. Well done, actually. Not like completely insane, like, oh my God, why did they make this film? It's actually, I feel like it's really well done for a film like that. Will Ferrell, Reese Witherspoon, you're cordially invited, Amazon. It's cute, definitely. If you need 2 hours of escape time, you would enjoy that. And then on Netflix the other day, I finished a documentary called Court of Gold. It's a behind-the-scenes look at the Olympic basketball in Paris this past summer. And it, originally I'm like, I used to be a huge NBA fan. I've soured recently on the NBA. Why am I going to watch this? It's really interesting. It's a great documentary. They take you behind the scenes of not only the U.S. Olympic basketball team with LeBron and Curry and Durant and everyone, all the superstars, and they show you everything, like a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff. But it's about a lot of the countries. They take you behind the scenes of the Canadian team, which has a lot of NBA stars, the French team, a lot of NBA stars, Serbia, who has the biggest NBA star on that team, and so many other countries that you can see. It's really good. Netflix Court of Gold, especially if you're a sports fan, worthwhile checking out. You really get a sense of who these guys are behind the scenes. All right, so I referenced this earlier in the show. Is Google making its search results worse so they can sell more advertisements? So there's a whole thing. The site Wallet Hub accused Google of making their own search function worse on purpose. They claim Google wants it to take longer for you to find stuff, so you have to look at more of their advertisements. Now, I don't use Google all that much. I actually use Yahoo, because when I log on to Yahoo, I like, they give you this trending thing and a lot of articles and stuff, and I like to see what's going on. There's breaking news and things on there. But they're both very similar. They're both search engines. And I felt for a while that Yahoo has been doing the same thing. I feel like when I search something, it is a lot harder. Like, you have to scroll a lot more to find what you're looking for. So the site Wallet Hub is accusing Google of intentionally doing this. If you don't find what you're looking for in 2 seconds, it's because they've changed what they're doing. They want you to spend more time scrolling And by the way, over half of Google's revenue comes from those ads. Wallet Hub also posted a bunch of data to support their claim. They say Google did their own study in 2020 and found that if they made their search results worse, it would not affect their potential revenue. Like, meaning people wouldn't just leave Google and go to another search engine. They could make, this is a Google study. And Wallet Hub says, yes, this happened, that Google found, yeah, we can make things worse. Nobody's leaving because we're Google. We're the name of a search. We are. You want to search something, you say, hey, I'm going to Google it. So they've been doing that, making their search results worse to make more money. Interesting. Take notice next time. See if that is the case for you. And then this story, which is just, this is wild and sad, and it probably happens more than we hear. It's a switched at birth story, but it involves IVF. A clinic in Georgia, a 38-year-old woman, Christina Murray, is suing this fertility clinic after they implanted the wrong embryo and she gave birth to someone else's baby. Here's how she figured it out. She used herself as half of the equation, and she used a donor as well. And she immediately knew something was wrong because she is white and her child is black. And she had selected a donor that had blonde hair, blue eyes, and was white. So when the baby came out black, she took the baby, obviously she had questions. She took the baby home, cared for him, loved him. At about a month old, got a DNA test done, confirmed they were not related at all, zero relation. And she told the clinic that, hey, you switched my stuff and the donor and whatever, you messed something up. And they actually figured out who the embryo belonged to. And that couple had to legally sue Christina for custody, and then she gave up the kid voluntarily, but they had to legally sue her so they could claim custody. And the baby was about 5 months old by that point, and Christina obviously suing the clinic. She's devastated, and she even bonded with the child. She breastfed him, and she took him to all the doctor's appointments, had the baby for 5 months, and, that's emotional pain in excess of what she was going through. So she is filing a lawsuit, and, yeah, it's going to be a while. There's a whole court case going on, but just a sad story, and the fertility place put out a statement saying they're putting better protocols in place and whatever, a blanket statement that they made, but really a sad story. Surprised we don't hear about it much more. We've got lots to get to. You're Bald and the Beautiful, about 8:12. National Day's Good News Stories, late 8 o'clock hour. And also the criminal who was very kind, very complimentary to the cops who were chasing him. We'll give you that story later on in the 8 o'clock hour. We're going to be sunny, then cloudy, about 28 for the high or so. Typical February weather. Could get a coating, a light touch of snow later after dinner time. Doesn't look to be crazy. Tomorrow, sunshine, high of about 33. Phathead and Cande, My Country, 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.